Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Verlandra, and my birthday is November 17th. And yes, I am a Scorpio. I was actually born and raised here in Houston, Texas, and I lived here my entire life. One story about me when I was a little girl, I was 6 years old, and I would always see monsters, imaginary monsters in my room. So my mom's house was made of, the paneling on the wall, and the floors were made of wood. So the house would always be dark. And every time she asked me to go to bed and turn out the light, this pink monster would appear out of just nowhere. And then I got scared and cut on the light. And when I turned the light on, the monster was gone. So I was like, okay. Turn the light back off to get into bed. The monster appeared again. How about that? So I have spent sleepless nights pretending like that, thinking that there was a monster in my room, and there really wasn't. So that was a pretty interesting story when I was 6. Thank God I grew out of that. An embarrassing moment about me, I would say when I was a cheerleader in high school. I practiced a lot after high school. Well, one day after school, I practiced in a gym with the recently mopped floor. So I'm doing my toe touches and everything like that. All of a sudden, I slip, fall, and bust my head. I mean, head first, straight to the floor. So I got rushed to the nurse's office or whatever, but I turned out okay. But that was pretty embarrassing because my other chairmates thought it was pretty funny. I didn't at the time, but today I can laugh about it. My favorite color, of course, I would have to say black. Black is my favorite color because, for one, it's a traditional color. It's been around for many years. And black, believe it or not, goes with everything. If I have an old movie that I could pick, or my favorite movie, I would have to say The Temptations. Them Temptations, I like that movie because it's depicted in the 50s and 60s when music was classical and when dance groups were very sultry and very sexy. But today it's a lot different with the music groups, the rap groups, and the R&B things that's going on. But it's good to see, and how excellent to see how much music has evolved since the 1950s. My favorite food is Mexican food. I love all things Mexican. I like enchiladas, especially cheese, tortas, Mexican rice, uh, tamales, especially pork. So if you take me out to a restaurant to eat, Mexican restaurant, you got a friend in me. A subject that's difficult for me to learn, or that I really dislike, and you guys know what I'm about to say: math. Oh my God, math is such an ugly subject for me. I never understand numbers, and it just goes through my head like a swirling, I don't know what you call it, but I don't like math. And I hate to say that. I had to take college algebra twice, and the bad part about it is I'm taking classes at U of H right now. And this semester, guess what I have to take? Statistics. Yay, go figure. I don't like math. One thing that upsets me or irritates me is people with bad breath. I'm like, come on, God. I would be wanting to ask them, do you smell your breath smelling like decayed garbage, rotten garbage, a dead animal? Hygiene is very important. Please do not talk to me with rancid breath. I might ask you if you want a mint. And if you take it offensively, I'm sorry. No bad breath, people. Okay. The languages I speak, is English, but I do speak I know a little bit Spanish, just enough to do my job. My favorite hobbies and interests include arts and crafts and cooking. I love to cook. I could cook almost anything, any meal you want. When you ask me to do an art and a craft, Hobby Lobby is my go-to store. So I do love those items. If I could explain, If a one word would describe me, I would have to say spontaneous because that is my middle name. I'm just all for trying anything at least once. Um, if I had $100, I would split half of it with my two kids, and then the other half I would probably go to a nail shop and pamper myself. If I had $1 million, I would pay off my assets, my cars, house, student loans, credit cards. I would open up a few soup kitchens, that feed the homeless, invest in Fortune 500 companies so I don't have to work anymore, and take a trip to Paris. Yes. In the next 10 years, I'll probably see myself working in law enforcement under a private firm because that's what my major is right now. I'm a criminal justice major at U of H Clear Lake, but I've come back here to take a couple classes needed to graduate for fall 2020, and speech just happened to be one of them. My dream job will be a private investigator because I have a keen eye and I'm very observant. And last but not least, if I could visit any place in the world, I would love to go to Africa because of the most popular tourist attractions. All right, thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Have a nice day.